Okay, I think we're going live. And I'm late. If you watch my stories, I was at the gym and I had my first official, I think ever, session with the trainer. And I picked a girl because there were so many like dudes. And I'm like, I want, this is the power of intuition. Like, I I'm in a house with three kids below the age of 6 and two teenagers. And so, like, there's going to be noise. FYI, I'm sorry about that. So, the power of intuition is I couldn't decide. Like, I was totally procrastinating using up my free hour, like whatever. I had like this hour with the trainer that I could use, like the first month of my membership at this gym. And I was like, oh God, decision paralysis. This will totally relate. Like this will make sense in a minute. But I couldn't decide. And so I'm the expert of like if I don't have a super clear F yes in my body, like yes, then I delay. I just don't, I'm like, well, it's not for now because I don't have I don't have an actual yes, right? And I wanted the energy to feel right. And it's not about doing an hour with the trainer. It's about like how do I want it to feel, and do I want it to feel magical and aligned? Do I want it to feel like mm, like something magical happened that day? And because I choose to live on the frequency of magic. It's not for everybody. And the thing is, maybe I will explain a little bit, but you can live on the frequency of magic and still have, you know, a very dependable, reliable life that's predictable. But I like to have some aspects of my life be a little bit va va voom. And if you watch the stories, you'll see what happened today. That was so funny. Like, literally, I could not have planned it better. Please, if you're live with me, say hi. Where are my pinksters at? My pink, beautiful sisters. I'm going to explain the whole thing. And I don't see comments, but I could probably go on Facebook. Let me see if this would work. I am live. Okay. Okay, we're good. I'm just going to do my makeup to see if Facebook shows the live to anyone. And if they don't, I will read for a couple ladies that I know would love some pink readings. And we'll just see. This is day one of me doing this. I haven't done any readings in months, probably years, live on Facebook. So I'm okay if like it's not the most popular fun thing. And I don't even know if anyone was available at 9 a.m. PST today, but it's okay. Marketing and sharing and being, starting a community, growing a community, it's all about testing things. And you will know if things work by doing them. And it's also like, how much did I love this? Am I enjoying this? And to be honest, I have loved talking about this on the socials, and I have loved to promote it, and I've loved to make videos about it, and the whole thing has felt really nice. And I think that's part of being here in the long run, like continuing to be here after, for me, it's been 17 years. Can you imagine? Can you believe it? Like, I would have never believed this would be happening. I'd still be teaching manifestation and energy healing 17 years later, but I'll probably be saying it's been 40 and I'm still here. That's probably what's going to happen, hopefully. And I like to just blend it all in. So I couldn't decide on the trainer. And I was like, no way. Like, I don't even know who to pick. All I see are a bunch of good looking dudes. And I'm like, I can't imagine myself working out with a dude who's like telling me to squat. I mean, I'm practically a married woman at this point. So, and I wasn't vibing with that. So I let it go. And then this one day I'm like, all right, today's the day I'm going to book that. Today's the day I'm going to book it. And she was at the desk, and this girl, oh my God, what did I do? This girl's never at the desk. Like, I've never seen her there ever. And I'm like, hey, how do I book a session with, a trainer? I have one that I need to use. She's like, and I think I want a girl. She's like, oh, I'm a trainer. And I'm like, oh, perfect. I now even know what you look like. And she booked the session for today. I knew I had the readings afterwards. And I thought, well, that would be fun. I'll do that and then I'll come home and do this. Except I legit could not walk. I just sat my ass on the couch and I'm like, I need help. My friend Ali, hello Ali, if you happen to watch this one day, was like, what's wrong with you? Like, I can't walk. Well, that's not what happened. He was outside smoking a cigarette and I went outside and talked to him and I'm like, get rid of that cigarette right now. So, and he walked me back to my car because I was never going to make it otherwise. So thank you, Ali. Very appreciative. Okay, so in the world of I don't know what to choose, I think it's okay to give it space. I try to not give an answer if the answer is not clear. So I just give it up to the universe and I focus on my values, I focus on my heart, I focus on what I think is the truth, I focus on my intuition, and I'm like, the day this is going to happen, it will be obvious. Like the day that I do this, it will be the perfect, ideal, aligned day, moment, everything. And I'm sitting on the couch. Anyway, I find out my biological age is 32, not 42, which is my birthday. Anyway, I'll post the video below. It was so funny. I made a video 10 seconds before this cute little kid just came and popped his head behind me. And I just was like, there's this cute kid literally just looking at me, staring at me, and hanging out with me. I don't even know whose kid this is. And then the dad came over, and it was so funny. It was so cute. Okay. Alignment, making decisions from a place of I feel not pressured here. I don't need to feel pressured. And I think in business, it's so easy to be so unpink. In business, we can be like, I got to do this. I have to do this. I'm supposed to do this. And oh my God, I need to, I should. And I've realized this year that I had been talking to myself with like so many shoulds. Like, you should be further ahead. You should be making more money. You should be launching more. You should be sending emails more often. You should. And I was shooting on myself all day, every day, and nothing felt fun. Like nothing felt like a turn on. It felt like, boring sex. It's the best way I can describe it, which is the worst. Just like you were like, did I have sex? I don't know. What was this? It wasn't like, and not sex doesn't have to be dynamite every time, but it's got to feel like I brought something to this exchange, and I brought my heart, I brought my energy, I brought my hunger, and something got exchanged. It wasn't just like, ugh. So I feel like I should brush my hair, and I don't have a brush, so there we go. Yeah, and when I try to overcome this resistance, so maybe you guys can resonate with like, I have resistance to something I should be doing and I'm not doing it. And instead of feeling like, it's all right, I'll have compassion for myself today and I'll get more done tomorrow, there was just this sense of never ending resistance, like almost like pathological avoidance, right? Like, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to touch it. This, I think it was last year or this year, but I was in such burnout from shoulds that I even had to delay filing my taxes, my business taxes, to September, when I've never done that. I'm usually ahead. Like, I usually send my taxes to my accountant by December 31st, And this time I was like, I'm going to need like a really big extension because it's not happening. I'm so just can't even do my numbers. I can't even look at it. Yeah, so I'll share more about how I overcame that resistance and that procrastination and kind of like the executive dysfunction, and how I found my focus again was really to pinkify and to find a mentor, to find a woman that I would feel could make it fun again, could make it va va voom. I want to do this. I want to go and do this because that's where I can bring the best energy that I can think of. It's where I want to do it. So there's a difference between like, oh my God, I have to go through my ideal client avatar and come up with what she needs. And then I have to think as her and write for her and write directly to her so she can see that I understand her and relate to her. Like stuff I would teach, stuff I teach inside my courses to really nail your copywriting and to know who you're talking to. And it's stuff that normally just comes off of me naturally. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't even open the PDF. I can't even sit down to do it. This was how bad it got. And the worst about that is there's like a site, like a spinning wheel of shame. You're like, I teach this stuff. I should be able to do it. Oh my God. I'll try again tomorrow. Oh no, I can't. Can't even do it. And then weeks go by and then months go by and you're like, I don't want to lounge, you know? And I tried, I did have a really powerful sessions with Sabrina. Sabrina does map sessions that I found super helpful. I did do a couple of RTT sessions with a few sisters, RTT sisters. I'll link below their profile. And they were very helpful. But I think what essentially really pivoted everything for me to the point that I could and wanted to open my laptop and I wanted to launch and I wanted to take the photo shoots and create a banner and create a course and use everything I've learned, use everything I've been teaching and launch. It was honestly when I decided to change every label on my business pages, like my like all the folders where where I keep all my notes, all of my emails. Do you guys want me to read you some of them? Because some of you ladies have asked me about it. So when you get emails and you're like, oh God, later at some point I will go through with this. Yeah. Or, I went from the label said get it done or business or urgent. And I'm like, I can't, this is violent. Like, this is physically violent to talk to myself like that. So now I changed everything. And stuff I want to check out that I find exciting is called the Wonder Zone. Like, ooh, Wonder Zone. Like, this is the zone where I feel like wonderment and excitement. Everything that's accounting and numbers goes into my pink ledger. It's legit, has a little pink purse. It's so cute. And stuff I need to do that's kind of urgent, I wrote finish and flaunt. Like, I did this, like look at who did this. And then I have a goal, like it's like a goal that's like a health goal, and I use that goal to motivate me. So I made it kind of fun because I wrote things that are like, oh, I have this goal in my life, like this has happened, and I've used it inside some of the names. And instead of study, I wrote study nest with the little bird's nest, so it's like cozy, For stuff I need to decide, like if people ask me, if I get emails sent to do I want to do this or not? Do I want to go to this training or not? It goes into a folder called Spark or Shelf. I either feel like, or archive, delete, get rid of it. And yeah, my child's folder is not called Hayden, it's called Rewild, because he's my wild child and I want him to be super wild and authentic and listens to himself and all that. So my main inspiration for everything lately has been Elle Woods in Legally Blonde, and it's not the first time that she's come around, because when was this, 2020, 2021, I started a ping pong sisterhood where we call each other up on the phone. The sisterhood already existed, but I really doubled down on it, I think around COVID time. And me and Sarita, one of my ping pong sisters, we would ping pong and being on top of everything. Like, why am I opposed to be an adult, adulting, and being on top of everything? Can you guys resonate with that? And we were like, oh, I started literally as we were ping ponging on the phone. Why are you opposed to it? Well, I'm opposed to adulting and being on top of everything because then that means blah, blah, blah. And during the conversations, we remove fears of losing like love and approval, losing control, losing safety. And while we were on the phone, I started to like clean the bathroom. I started to organize my Tupperware. I started to go through my paperwork. And I was like, I'm going to go in for a walk now. I'm going to go get my rollerblading done for the day because I was living by the beach and this is what I love to do every day. And I was like, I am starting to be on top of everything. I even color coordinated my crayons, like my son's crayons, and like pens would go here, crayons would go here. Like it wasn't like a disorganized mess anymore. It was everything had its freaking place. And I'm like, what is going on? Elle Woods. Oh my God, do I have something in my teeth? I've had something in my teeth this entire life. Great. You know why? I made a blueberry smoothie. This is what's left of it. Check your teeth before you go live. We got this. Okay, much better. So Elle Woods and Legally Blonde started to just like bubble like champagne bubbles. And that was our thing. It was like, all right, every 6 months, we're like, I got to ping pong on being on top of everything again because it's like climbing, like just being too much. Oh, and yeah, like I have a folder right on my desk. It's called Cartier Clarity because when my fiance asked me to marry him, he goes, I want to take you shopping for a ring. I want to get you a ring. And I took him to Cartier because I'm like, well, if you're going to get me a ring, you know, it's going to have to be Cartier. And my mother's rings, they used to be Cartier and I inherited them. They were stolen from me, which is fine. It was like an ending. I released them. I forgave and released. But then when I went to Cartier, I freaked out. I tried the rings. I'm like, I can't. It's like it just feels too much like my mom's vibes, and I can't wear Cartier. Never mind. And my Cartier Clarity is like my, but I still use it as a name because it like gives me that sparkle. Like Eva asked me, she texted me, she's like, oh my God, how do I do this for me? Like, tell me, how can I do it for me? And the thing is, like, it's Cartier Clarity is my money, my money goals, right? Like, where is the money going to go? I'm giving money purpose. So I have it like the mango fund because one of my dreams is to have land and mango trees in Costa Rica, right? Like build a house in Costa Rica, have land. So this is my mango fund, but it goes into the Cartier Clarity folder because it just is good vibes, even though I don't want a Cartier ring and I don't even want a ring. I was like, I don't want a ring. Like, I only wear this ring and I don't want rings because they got stolen from me. And I'm like, what's the point? I don't want to stress over it and be like, where are my rings every two seconds? I'm like, I don't want a ring. So anyway, I wrote in Gucci we trust. Cartier and Clarity, solvent and sparkly. For anyone who's got debt and you want to be solvent, meaning you've paid off all your debt, solvent and sparkly. Okay, if you feel like you're under earning, I have under earner to earner glow up. Like these are just fun names that make you want to open your money file and like keep track of your numbers. Because I've been in business for over 20 years this year in business, but as a healer, therapist, mentor, coach, 17 years. And some days you're like, no, thank you. Like I'm good. I can't. I'm tired. Mango Money Matrix is another one. Very nice. Mango Money Matrix. So this is where I keep all my receipts, you know, all of my numbers that I end up giving to my accountant. The other one is more like my money vision, like my dreams, my goals. Yeah. Yeah. So I like to rename stuff. And honestly, it's made me want to sit in my office and work instead of be gone and out and just avoid. So that's the intro to why I'm going to Pinkify everything. I'm going to change a lot of my offers from being kind of more like centered around power and pushing. And instead, I'm going to have it be a lot more about desire, a lot more about, you know, and this is the reading. I'm going to do the readings now. I don't think anyone's live. Is anybody live? Let me check. Is anybody with me? Let me check. Where are my pinksters at? My pink beautiful sisters. I'm gonna. Yeah, we're gonna do the reading. Sorry, nobody's here. It's fine. I will do it anyway. And you guys can watch the replay. And yeah, we're gonna do the reading. Sorry, nobody's here. It's fine. I will. It's kind of like when I read your energy, I will look at where in your energy field there's some resistance, some darkness, some heaviness, some just even an entity, even something that just feels I have to, I should, why haven't I? And it just makes business feel like a freaking chore instead of feeling like a choice. Okay? All of those, like, it just blocks our throat chakra. It makes us be like, oh, I gotta be perfect. And then we project and we compare and we're like, it's no longer a choice. It feels like a chore. And I think some of us, you may resonate with that. You may have bought coaching programs that were going to give you back the spark, that were going to be like, okay, this is the way to 6 figures, right? This is the way to consistent 5-figure months. And you know, and I think we wrongly thought or think, or you may have made those moves and feel betrayed or negative or, oh my God, fearful, because it didn't give you that internal momentum and that internal drive. And I think as generators, if you're a generator, I think you're going to resonate with that. We think we have to initiate things, and we think we have to be like, I gotta go, let's go, I gotta do something, I gotta be busy. So we, you know, generators initiate. But a lot of us, depending on your where your gates are and where your human design, the sun and the moon and the earth, where those planets are, where your life purpose is in your human design, you may have more projector channels. And projector channels actually want to be invited into doing something. So the way you can kind of mix the two is generators are really great being in response instead of initiating. And projectors are really great feeling like there is an invitation for this, whether it's in the marketplace, whether you drop a little fish in the water and people are like, ooh, respond, you know? Or you feel like you're responding to it, like, oh, I feel pulled by this. Ooh, I'm responding to this. I love this. You know, one of my favorite coaches online, her name is Amanda Francis, and the first time she ran her money mentality makeover course, only 4 people bought. 4 people bought, and there was only like 3 modules. So every year she adds a new module, and now there's like tens of thousands graduates from that program. But did she I think she's a generator, I believe. So like she was like in response to like, oh, I need to do this, I have to do this, right? And sometimes we're co-creating with the universe. So the universe and I are like, okay, what's my next program? I'm ready to launch. What is it going to be? And then there's like that back and forth and navigating those intuitive channels, you know? Okay, so yeah, let me just do a little parenthesis. Yeah, because if any one of you are like, oh, how do we do this Pinkify for us? Alixe, I have lost momentum. I have lost like this sense of motivation. Help me get it back at not a $20,000 coaching package, you know, like something where I can be like out of the water. I'm no longer drowning. I do feel like I'm at least using my time correctly and I'm motivated and I want to do this. So there's a couple options. There is a module or 2 inside voice visibility and sales. It used to be selling your power. Voice visibility and sales is coming up in June. And in that there will be And it's not just coming up in June, it's evergreen. This is going to be a program you guys can buy any freaking time. Now the prices may change and we may not be this low. The prices might increase over time as more people graduate, as it gets better. The price will probably go to 2,200. Okay. Right now it's 1,600 early bird, and you get lifetime access for at least 12 months, and then you know, we'll see after 12 months, but you get lifetime access as far as the whole 12 months it's going to be live. Okay. And if it continues to have more modules, it continues to grow, you get to keep coming back to all the new reiteration of that as a founding member of this pink society. Yeah, so if you're sick of business feeling like bro marketing, if you're sick of business feeling like pushing instead of leaning back and receiving, if you want to be more conscious, call in money more consciously, call in sales more consciously, get rid of voice and visibility blocks. We're going to be using subconscious rewiring, sisterhood ping-ponging, and manifesting every week and several times a week sometimes. So we're going to do emotional regulation. All my friends calling me. Okay, I'll call him back in a minute. Yeah. Breathing. I told him 2 hours. Is it already 2 hours from now? No, it hasn't been. It's been 1 hour, Ali. And so there is a module where we will specifically help you find your color that turns you on. If it's not pink, you have one. We're going to help you find the words. We're going to help you change the folders and the tabs and the things, even on your phone where you keep notes of all your ideas, your email folders, your journal folders, like just organizing your brainstorming world where you have all of your things. So you like feel like, you know, like, oh, I want to do this. I want to sit down and do this. And not burned out. So we're going to either do it in voice, visibility, and sales. So you could do this with us in June. And if you're feeling more like, no, Alex, can I just do a quick workshop with you? We take an afternoon and we dig into it as a group, and it's like $100, like 111, and we just do that as a group one afternoon, and you don't have to take the whole course, okay? But if you do want to do it, either way, let me know. Okay, you can DM me. Okay, let me do a couple readings and then we will call it a day because I'm coming back tomorrow and I won't give a whole intro. We'll just go straight into the readings if you ladies want to be here. Okay. And you know, like sales is the heartbeat of your business. If you don't have sales, you don't have a business. Yeah. And voice and visibility is important because you could create content, you could show up, you could send emails, you could create freebies. People still love receiving emails. People still love being, you know, sitting in bed to relax and they get an email that just activates something in them. I still open and read emails, you know, from the creators I really, truly love and respect. I think people still love being in Facebook groups and interacting in Facebook groups. I know AI seems to be changing everything, but at the end of the day, if you get through this wave, people are going to come back. Okay. It's like there's always a wave in business. It's like, oh my God. You know, I remember when Facebook started to be a thing and I still had a blog. And then guess what? You could still have a blog and you could still have a website. It's not like do what turns you on, because when you do what turns you on and what activates you, you will be successful because you'll keep doing it. If you love ping-ponging, you will do it forever and it will work because you loved it throughout. Just what I'm trying to say is if you want to have longevity in this game, do what you love. Do what you freaking love, okay? Now, you can learn to love putting a funnel together. You can learn to love putting email series together. If you're talking about something you dig, you will be the better writer. You will be the best writer when you write about something you love. It will flow. The words would flow. Everything will be easier because that's what you love, you know? And so sometimes you see these posts, people are like, oh my God, I had my first 5-figure months, or oh my God, I had my first 5-figure week. Well, guess what? I had my first 5-figure weekend in 2010, 9 months pregnant, you know, and I don't have to brag about it. I had my first 5-figure day selling a 5-figure package in 2019. I had my first multiple 5-figure month selling a mastermind in 2015. Okay, so why am I saying all that? I was going somewhere with this. God, See, I got sidetracked. Well, when I watch the replay, I'll be like, oh, this is where I was going with this. Oh, because I did it on things I loved. The money follows what we love. Okay, so the first 5-figure weekend I sold my Healing Dove Angel Therapy Practitioner certification course. 10 people came. It was $1,000 per person. You know, that's it. Like, I loved it. They responded to me loving it. It was my passion. I wrote the book in one weekend. It was like all I could talk about was angel energy healing. It saved my life. Literally saved my life. I would not be the person I am today without energy healing. I would not be the person I am today without knowing how to communicate with the divine and connect with angels. I know how to be guided by angels and use the power of angels to enter a room, clear a room, and clear energy. Even this house, I literally would not be here anymore if I didn't know how to energy clear, because I energy cleared this house. And this is where, anyway, long story, but my fiance and his ex, whom I've met, that's lovely, and I hang out with her. I have no issue with her, but their electric divorce energy was left in this house, and it was really toxic. And I was like, what is going on? And this whole room where we stay was never, they've never slept in this room. This is a brand new room that he built. And we got a brand new bed, and we got a brand new, a lot of things, but there was still the energy of like conflict in this house, right? And if there's conflict in a house and you leave the house and you come back, you go back to having more conflict because the energy was never cleared. And let me know if that's something you guys love to do. I have a different Facebook group called You Are a Healer that is kind of new, and I'm just starting to open it, but it talks more about energy healing and energy clearing and manipulating energy and clearing chakras and connecting to the divine. Okay, so let's do it. We're going to call on the light, and whenever you're watching this, just take a moment to pause, call on the light to surround you, uplift you, and fill you. So Mother, Father, God, may we be surrounded, uplifted, and filled with the most beautiful crystal white light of the Holy Spirit, knowing that this white light is of the highest and best, knowing that this white light is about to push itself forward to bless, to surround, to uplift everyone watching this today, now or later, anytime. The light will be called upon any time. When you know, whether you listen to this now or in 20 years from now, the light is present. The light is with you. You can feel it, you can see it, you can sense it, and it's surrounding you, uplifting you vertically from the divine down into the earth, back from the earth, back up to the divine. It's like a constant elevator of light. You are in this tunnel of light that is alive. It is a living, beautiful energy that is constantly moving to wash, to cleanse your aura. So we live inside an auric field, and if we don't clear this aura, it's like an aquarium. Have you ever seen an aquarium and the filter doesn't work and the water filter doesn't work? Those fishes are about to die if no one cleans the aquarium. Like, the water gets really dirty, and then like the fishes are like gapping for air because there's less and less oxygen. So when you feel tired, when you feel unlike yourself, when you feel moody, when you're like, ugh, you may not have been connecting to a vertical stream of light, and you may not have been clearing your energy for quite a while. And if you don't know how to take a shower of light, and you don't know how to connect to the light to kind of shower your whole body, you might feel like an old, yucky energy sitting on you that's not even yours. You could have picked it up when you were a kid, and it's still like in your throat. It's still on your heart. It's still somewhere on you. So voice and visibility doesn't come to you easily, and receiving cells doesn't come to you easily. So clear, cancel, delete, uncreate, transmute. Let's pinkify that, and let's just vavavoom it and pinkify it. I love my Pinkify downloads. They've been just the absolute best. Okay, so I'm going to read for Isabel, and I'm changing her name on purpose. So if personal stuff comes up, she could be like, that's fine. So Pink, let me know, you guys, if you like different names. So Pink Squad H Quarter, Headquarter HQ, Pink Squad HQ, the Pinksters, the Sparkle and Serve Sisterhood. I love it. The Pink It on purpose. Oh my God. I love it. Okay. So Isabel, I'm going to tune into your energy. I'm going to surround you with light. Oof. Okay. Connecting to your energy right away. I feel like you're very much in your head right now, and you're like horizontal, very focused, very pushing it forward. Not saying it's bad, not saying it's good. I'm just saying that's what I'm picking up. And you are trying to bring the energy down, but it feels a little sticky. It's as if like somebody around you has made you mad and is continuing to make you mad. And I want to say it's your partner, and you still feel like a little triggered by this person. If this was a couple weeks ago, Isabel, then there's a remnant of it. There's an energy lingering around it. Oof, let me just pull it off. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it off of you and oof, I'm gonna open it up. Ooh, and move the energy because it feels very stagnant. So I think what I would subscribe is the aura clearing meditation to really cleanse the aura with Archangel Michael. Oh, the cord cutting one as well that we did inside 22 Days of Magic for the Theta healing. I think it's day 3. You guys, after every argument with your partner, cut your cords, cut your cords, cut your cords, cut your cords. Like, do the way that I show you teaches you, because it would be really good. Okay. Oh, the energy needs to be taken apart and resolved. If you like this kind of like, ooh, how do we cut cords? How do we clear energy? Just DM me and I'll tell you which course is available at the moment that can kind of teach you that in a container that feels safe. I don't know if I would recommend trying to learn this stuff on YouTube videos because you're opening chakras and you're opening energy field. I would kind of do it with somebody you feel really safe with, you know. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I'm coming to you with a pink light, like a pink cloud, pink purple cloud, and I'm going to see if you let it in. Yeah, there's definitely some resistance going on to the pink. And okay. It feels like the resistance, and this might resonate with a few of you, is trying to protect you. And the resistance wants to kind of be like a wall. Like, it's safer to tell me that I'm going to have to do to get to my outcome versus feel. It's safer to tell me that if I just do more, I will get more. It feels safer than to tell me that I'm going to have to feel more to get to where I want to be. I don't feel safe feeling yet completely. I feel like vulnerable. I feel like I'm going to have to open myself up. I feel like I'm going to have to be transparent when I would rather you tell me I'm just going to have to work harder. If you tell me I'm going to have to work harder, that makes me feel safer than if you tell me I'm going to have to feel more. And I think sometimes we are in these relationships where the only way through the challenge is to feel the disappointment. It's to feel the anger. It's to feel the sadness. It is to feel. And I think there could be some triggers that we're afraid to feel, because if we feel them, then it means they're real. Like if I let myself go down that slippery slope of a feeling, like I feel like I can't let myself feel it. If I let myself feel it, I'm going to be thinking a thought that I don't want to be thinking. And if I'm thinking that thought, then I'm going to start to feel other thoughts that attach to that thought. I can't. So I'm going to be in resistance instead, because the resistance is keeping me from letting myself feel. If I have to feel this feeling, I'm going to rage, I'm going to scream, I'm going to kick the door, and I'm going to leave. Whatever. I'm just making this up. I'm not saying, Isabel, that's what you're going to do, but there is going to be a reaction you can't control. And I know it can maybe sound like, oh, but I thought pink was about softness and being good and gentle. No, pink is just like, I am fully here, like a child is fully here, and this is my reaction, and this is my feeling, and this is my truth. Yes, Archangel Jophiel is all about pink and beautifying your thoughts, but we can't put a candle on top of a cake that's like an angry cake, that's like a screaming cake. We can put a candle and be soft and be loving and be like, oh, we can manifest and make wishes when we felt everything. So what I mean is, like, if you have to be angry in a sushi roll, or like be angry as a couch potatoes, like, I'm not going to touch this thing that's making me angry as long as it takes until this has been felt. And I'm going to walk away for a couple of days. I'm maybe going to get my own Airbnb, and I'm going to just, it's more like the way you felt triggered as a child. Oui? Mais moi je suis en vidéo, mon cœur. Ok, merci Victoria, super météorite.
Attends, j'ai oublié, c'est à 18h58.
Ok, c'est où?
Dans ma chambre.
D'accord, merci.
18h58.
Ok, fermez la porte.
C'est pas grave. Une guitare.
Ok. C'est pas moi. They're so cute. I had 3 cute boys in my room. This is the cutest thing. And they invited me to go see a meteor shower in his bedroom at 6:50 p.m. I had other plans, but I guess that's where I'm going to be. It's like the softness of the candle is the pink, and it wants to land on your heart after you have allowed yourself to feel everything. And I think when when you were a child, there were a lot of feelings that were not allowed to come out. You just couldn't. There was like it was a survival thing. You couldn't. It was either fight, which you couldn't do, or flight, and you couldn't leave. So the way you did flight was through avoidance, or avoiding you. So whether you journal, whether you color, whether you paint, whether you scream, whether you dance, you need to let this energy out. And in ping ponging, we teach you ladies how to welcome it and absorb it, to transmute it, how to ping pong with the sister, to have someone else witness what you're feeling. And sometimes that can be done throughout the day. Anytime you got that 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you could just be like, okay, I only have 10 minutes right now to sit in this discomfort, and let's ping pong on it. Let's feel it. Why am I opposed to feeling my feelings? Why am I opposed to be real and raw and vulnerable and like process this the way I want to process it now? As a kid, I couldn't. Now I freaking can. Because you're not going to be abandoned. No one's going to tell you to go home. No one's going to tell you to like get out. No one's going to reject you. Now, if you feel you're feeling, you're witnessed. You're held, you're accepted, you have a conversation with the person. Yeah? So maybe pink isn't your color right now. Maybe it's black, like as in like Melanie Ann layer black, like solid structure, boss. But inside that boss, I will let myself cry all the tears, and let myself have some pink, and let myself have those pink tissues and pink notebook and a pink pen, and be like, I'm going to go and be like, I'm going to go and weep, and I'm going to go and be like a little pink right now, and then I'll come back to the boss. Yeah? If you feel burned out, if you feel like I need to be Eeyore, or I need to be a baby goddess right now because I'm not feeling like the boss. And then you can do all of the other beautiful tools you know how to do. You could do the clearing statement, you can turn things around, you can use my healing wheel process. It's a wheel because healing is about going around. Like, I think the faster you just admit that like healing is a freaking wheel, the faster you can be done with the wheel and be like, I have healed. Thank you very much. I know how to get back on the wheel as soon as I need it. And then as soon as I'm on it, then I know how to get off because I was willing to get on the wheel instead of resist it. Okay. Isabel, I think your reading tonight was perfect for everybody. So yeah, after you feel the feeling, I feel like the pink is coming in a little bit more easily. You're allowing in this divine pink, this softness, this love, this feminine matriarch goddess energy that wants to take care of you, hold you, support you. All right, I have this last bit I want to tell every woman watching this. Like, and I don't know, maybe this is hypocritical. Like, maybe this is a total, like, you're like, how can you empower women and not believe in women? But I recently discovered a block I had to full, complete women empowerment. And I think selfishly, I was like, I don't want it to be true that a woman can be powerful, that a woman can handle it, that a woman can earn her own money. I don't want it to be true that a woman can be the plan and the man's not the plan and women are the plan. Or we're co creating with men, but the man's not like the plan, you know? There's like a hashtag trend going around called decenter men. And I'm like, ooh, the man's not the plan. And a part of me was, I don't know how to describe it. I don't think I have the words for it yet. But so the exercise I did, this is what I did, is I was like, Alex, you don't have to believe that a woman can do it all 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Can you believe and sit in the possibility that a woman is powerful and a woman is capable for 15 minutes? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, by the way, that was part of my pink remove resistance party is I started to only try to win, not my entire day, not even the morning, is I started to just try to win 15 minutes. And you can do anything for 15 minutes. I was like, I am not going to work out for an hour. I'm going to just try to win 15 minutes. You know, I could do anything for 15 minutes. And I sat there under the tree, under the cherry tree here in Belgium, and I'm like, I can believe that a woman is powerful enough for all of it for 15 minutes. And I kid you not, I started to get my mind started to show me legit, valid, true reality examples of why indeed we can believe that a woman is powerful enough for all of it. I started to see my mother differently because she died of cancer. I felt like, no, my mother was so strong, but look where that led her. Look where that, where that led her. I was so strong, and look at all the mistakes I've made in my life. And then instead, when I was like, can I believe in women being powerful for 15 minutes? And then I started to get so many examples of all of my stories started to flip. It was like, oh yeah, but because she was powerful, actually she made everything happen. She moved us to the United States with no immigration, like nothing. We had just random faraway cousins that we had never met living in Phoenix, and she's like, go live with them for a few months, I'll come and follow you when I'm done with chemo. Like, she had to stay behind in France to do chemo when I was 13 and my sister was 16. And so we moved in with these cousins that were very, very abusive. They ended up leaving us on the street, my sister and I, with the quarter to make one phone call, with no clothes, nothing. She kept everything. She kept my sister's bed, she kept my sister's car, and we only got a quarter, and she left us downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Her name is Barbara Thomas. I almost feel like I want to do a public announcement of this crazy woman. Anyway, one day I'll get on TikTok and be like, here's her picture. Who leaves two teenage girls on the street with the quarter? Like, insane people. Anyway, just so you know, we're like tough, powerful women in my family. And my mom was like, well, okay, so we went and lived with my sister's boyfriend, and they were the nicest people, and they were from Peru, and they took us in, and we lived with them for months in Phoenix. And I would still take the bus to go to school, and I was recently bilingual. I did not speak a word of English when I moved to Phoenix. So, my mom was going through chemo, and we had just lost my dad and my brother in two different separate incidents that had nothing to do with each other. Deep breath. So, I started to be able to see that actually it is because she is powerful and because she was capable that we got to have the life we ended up having in San Diego. We moved to San Diego. Um, then I moved to LA to go to UCLA, and then, and on and on and on we went. So I think that would be an exercise that I think would be very powerful for our daughters and for grandmothers, is to be beautiful pink sisters and to be radiant rebels and to be heart-lit leaders, is to lead ourselves through a 15-minute meditation where you choose to be like, okay, if I could believe, if I was willing to believe that I had what it took, that I was powerful, that I believe women can be powerful, can I just hold that for 15 minutes and like, let me know what if, let me know what you get. I was scared at first, so what came up for me, I was like, no, because if it's true that a woman can do it, that a woman is powerful enough, then that means my mission is on. Like, I'm not giving up, I'm gonna go all the way. Like, if it's true that a woman can do it and is powerful, then I have no fucking excuse. Then I have no excuse. Then I have to do the mission I've been shown for the last 20 years. Like, I have to go the distance. But if I still believe that, I'm a woman, I can't. You go to Disneyland, there are no rides with really women themed. They're all men themed, Indiana Jones, and all of the rides are all like man centered and man centric. So I'm like, well, see, there's evidence women can't. Which I was using as an excuse to be like, well, I can. I'm a mom. I'm a woman. Oh my God. So look at that. Look at, why am I opposed to believe that women can be fully, truly empowered and make all the money and have the business and have the millions and have the people and the support. And then let me know what your mind gives you, and let me know what your pink power gives you, and let me know what your oppositions are. Like, no, I don't believe I really can because. And yeah, I wonder who you'll be and what you'll be doing in 3 months if you just chose to meditate for 15 minutes on clearing, feeling like, show me, can I hold, women are powerful enough too. Women have the sisterhood, women have the support too. And be like, well, divine women even have more powerful, more sustainable support too, because divine women have the universe on their side. I just saw this interview by the founder of Spanx, and she's like, she was literally at Stanford, Sarah Blake, I can't remember her last name, Sarah Blake something. She was at Stanford saying that she's like, oh, I asked the universe for Sarah Blakely. Yeah, I couldn't say that. I'm like, Sarah Blake? How do you say it? She was like at Stanford. She goes, oh, I sat down and did a meditation. I wrote in my journal that I will be creating something that helps millions of women. And I will be able to sell it to millions of women and it will help them. And she wrote it in her journal. And then 2 years later, she's invited to this white party and she wore white pants. And she's like, what am I supposed to put under white pants so you don't see my underwear? So she cut the feet off this pair of tights and ended up creating Spanx and going for it. And she's like, I asked the universe for like a business idea and she got it within 2 years. And I was like, oh, she said it at Stanford. Like, how cool is that? Let's normalize asking the universe for things. All right, my loves. So I'll be back tomorrow to do this again. Let me know if anybody is around for a pink reading. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed Isabel's reading, and I will tag you and you'll know who you are. give it to the boys, man. There hasn't been screams or tantrums in like an hour of this live, and there's 5 kids in this house. Good, good kids. Well, 3 are little and 2 are probably playing video games right now. Okay, guys. Well, that is it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really honored. I'm so happy we've pinkified a little bit of social media. We've pinkified this Facebook group. And yeah, sales are the heartbeat of your business. If you feel stuck, if you feel blocked, if you feel like, help me, just post below and tomorrow I'll be back. Okay, bye, guys.